All right, we got the DQG Tiny. I've had this. I've been testing it. I've been carrying it for about 35 days now. I got the one in black. I got the cool white one. And as you can see, it's intense. This little guy is 850 lumens. I don't know how long that 850 lumens blasts for, but I do know that if you put it on the high mode, the 300 lumens that it has will blast for 4 hours. I would say that one is correct. If you put it on mid, it's 80 lumens. So that's low. That's mid. I would say that's more like 130 lumens. So I don't know about the runtime. But if you have it on the 80 lumens, this is supposed to be 80 lumens, it's supposed to go for 15 hours. I don't know. But I do know that this let me see here. That right there is not what they say low is. They say low on this flashlight is 3.5 lumens, and that 3.5 lumens is supposed to go for 300 hours. That right there is like 30 lumens. I don't know if my one's special or what. I don't know. But, yeah, it's definitely 35 lumens. But, so the actual flashlight, it's a Cree XML2 LED emitter inside there. It's set inside there nicely underneath a TIR reflector lens. You can kind of see it inside there. I'm not sure if we can focus on it. You can see the TIR lens there. It's like there's a tube inside of this resin around the outside that the light will supposedly spot a little bit better, and it's effective. It works pretty good. But the bezel right here, it's a non-strike bezel. It's just a classic, smooth bezel. Like I said, I got my one in black. It has a stainless steel pocket clip on here, and this pocket clip is pretty strong. It can be reversed over here so it can fit on the front of a hat. I have mine running. I run it on all different kinds of batteries, but right now I just have the EBL ones from eBay. Just these guys, and they last a while. Honestly, if you compare it to the size of an 18650, like it's the smallest possible flashlight that you can get for this battery that I'm aware of. But you can see inside there, it's got O-rings in there for waterproofing. My O-rings look slightly worn. That would be because I found it inside of my pocket blasting on high 300 lumens, and my pocket was very, very, very hot. So I pulled this thing out of my pocket. It was too hot to hold. I set it down on the counter, and I used my shirt to undo this cap here. The problem with that is that if you have this cap tightened and you press and hold this, it turns on your 850 turbo mode, and it is easy to push this button on there. So because of that, I usually leave my cap twisted off a little bit, but I guess this time I did not have it twisted off quite enough, and it's still engaged the side switch. Like I said, this thing is IPX7 rated, so it's underwater 1 meter for 30 minutes. I'm going to test that. It does give you the ability to tail stand and light up a whole room, use it as a candle. It has reverse polarity protection in there, so if you put your battery in there backwards, it will not smoke the flashlight, which is sweet. Some of the flashlights don't have that, and I have smoked flashlights because of that. It also has a low voltage warning on here. It will flicker every 5 seconds while the light is being used to notify you that the battery is becoming low. Let me see here if I've covered everything. I think I have. These things can be had for about $28-ish. I really like this thing. The only thing that I don't like is just that it will turn on in your pocket. Like, I mean, the other flashlight that I have, the Manker E11, they're both amazing. But as far as runtime goes, the 18650 packs a lot more punch as far as runtime. They're both pretty dang close to each other in brightness, but the TIR lens on the DQG Tiny Fourth will shine farther. So I got night shots, so I'm gonna get you guys some night shots, and then I'm gonna do some testing. Thanks. All right, we got the DQG Tiny Fourth, 18650. I'm gonna power it on. Power's on the lowest setting. You can see it pretty good there. It does put out a decent amount. Like I said, that's not 3.5 lumens, definitely not. So if you move up, now you got your 80 lumens. That tree right there that it does light up is about 100 foot away. So there's your 80 lumens. You want to ramp up one more time, there's your 300. And as you can see, the spot on this thing, I mean, it's dialed in pretty good. You know? And then, so in order to get to your turbo mode, you double click. Let me see here. Yeah, there's my turbo. That is, I mean, very impressive out of a little tiny flashlight like this, you know? But, yeah. All right, we're going to do 30 minutes at 1 meter. Here we go. Get back to you. All right, 30 minutes in. We're going to drain her out and see what we got. All right, we're back 30 minutes in. Underwater, 1 meter. So far, I see 0 signs of any kind of moisture. I don't think. All right, let's check it out. Dry the outside off so that when we open the battery compartment, it does not appear that it's wet just because some of the outside got in. So I like to dry out the outside. Let's see what we got. Huh, it looks wet, but I'm not sure. That might be just the end. Yep. All right, we did get water permeation through this back seal here somewhere. I'm assuming that it was because of how hot that I got that this O-ring here either has failed or has burned off the grease that is supposed to be on there. I'm not sure, but that was the point of failure right there, was this here O-ring. I'm gonna freeze it, and yeah, hold on. All right, I believe in fairness, especially when the mistake might have been made on my part, and the mistake being that I tested it with a possibly bad O-ring. This is the original O-ring. I searched my other O-rings, and it doesn't appear that I have one that will actually match this up. So what I have done is I have cleaned it down, and I'm going to re-lubricate it and then attempt the test again. So we're gonna see here. Just gonna lubricate this guy up and then snap her back on. I'm gonna get some of my threads too. All right, thanks. I'm gonna give it a shot. All right, second chance. See what we got. Hopefully I can get this end cap, and hopefully I can get us some light. Hopefully I can get this end cap off with one hand. Yep. Let's see if we got some water in there. Lots of threads. All right, bone dry right there. Bone dry as well. All right, so I must have just, by overheating the flashlight, I must have just completely dried out their O-ring, and because of that, it allowed, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 little drops of water inside of there. But yeah, I'm gonna freeze her. All right, we got it frozen in the water. Let's check her out. Cycles through all the modes, I'd say that's a go. To get it out. Oh, it's stuck. Yeah, it's in there pretty good. Alright, well, it looks like that thing's in there pretty good now. Alright, last test. I'm going to do an impact test on this thing. So we got it. It's pretty, it did not affect it whatsoever, but I'm also going to pound some nails here, so. So that's what the end looks like after pounding some nails. Not even much damage to the 6061. Mainly just the anodized finish on there, but as you can see, I have all my modes still working. So I would say that that would suffice as an impact test to my liking. So hopefully you like this video. If you did, comment, like, subscribe. Thanks.